Hello. I hope you and yours are safe and healthy. We're about halfway through Lent already. I hope you are experiencing God with you as you walk the road to Easter. I've been so grateful for the discussions we've had at our Sunday morning Luke series and at the Sunday evening Les Mis group. God comes to us in different ways, and God has been present among those groups. It's never too late for you to jump in. The second half of Lent always seems to fly even faster than the first as we approach the great feast of Easter. Palm Sunday is 2 weeks from this Sunday. And as always, we'll read the gospel in parts at that service, so let me know if you want to be a part of that. We also stuff millions, well, not really, but it seems like it, millions of eggs for the children's egg hunt on Easter. Jean will have those out for you to take home and return filled with candy. This coming Wednesday, April 2nd, we'll have with us in the Holy Cross Room Sarah Junkin Woodard, a member of the Jubilee community in Nicaragua. She's worked with the Flurkeys there for many years, and we'll talk about what's going on with that work and how we can help. So please come by at 7 o'clock to this gathering if you can. During Holy Week, plan to be with us on Maundy Thursday for the service at 7 p.m. We remember the first Last Supper and conclude with the stripping of the altar, one of the most moving liturgical moments of the year. And before the service, please join us in the parish hall for a simple supper and the observance of the rite of foot washing in remembrance of John's account of the Last Supper. Then on Friday, Trinity will join with other churches in the community Good Friday service at noon at Broad Street United Methodist Church. At the Easter Vigil at 6:30 on Easter morning, we need 5 readers, so please let me know of your interest. And please bring your spring flowers at 10:25 to flower the cross for the great service at 10:30. And alas, remember that on April 27th at 3 p.m. we will have the funeral for our sister Lisa McBroom. So yes, life always seems busy. A lot to do. It's one of the afflictions of our time. And for all of us afflicted with busyness, the story of Moses and the burning bush tells us of a man who turned aside from what he was doing to encounter the living God. Now remember, Moses was a fugitive. He killed a man in Egypt and fled about 200 miles across the Sinai to Midian. But he seems to have everything there he wants, including a wife and a son. So Moses goes to work for his father-in-law, tending his livestock. But then one day he's tending Jethro's flock, minding his own business, when he sees a bush out in the middle of nowhere, burning like crazy. But all the while Moses watches it, he doesn't see a single twig of that bush turn into ash. Finally, Moses has to take a closer look. When the Lord sees that Moses has turned aside to look, then and only then does the Lord speak to him out of the bush, calling him by name, telling him to take off his shoes, which Moses does, reluctantly. And as he listens, the Lord identifies him as the God of Moses' ancestors. He identifies himself by his relationship to those people and his history with them. God has heard them crying. He has seen how badly they've been treated in Egypt, and he wants Moses to lead their escape. Now, Moses offers a few excuses and then seeks to discover the name of the deity to whom this mysterious bush and voice belong, and thereby gain a little power over him. So indirectly he asks, if I come to the Israelites and tell them that the God of their forefathers has sent me to them, and they ask me his name, what am I to say to them? I am that I am, God answers. Tell them that I am has sent you to them. Now what kind of answer is that? I am who I am. I was who I was. I will be who I will be. In other words, it's none of your business who I am. By giving us such a puzzling name, God lets us know there's no controlling God. It's an answer that puts Moses in his place. Still, he decides to believe his burning bush. He accepts his call, and he never sees more than God's back after that again. The end of the story, of course, is that he delivers Israel to the promised land and becomes one of the heroes of the faith. So those are the good old days, right? What wouldn't we give for one clear direction from the Lord? One burning bush to call us by name and tell us what to do? But we get so busy sometimes, I wonder if we would see it. I wonder if we wouldn't notice a burning bush until we were scorched by it. But maybe those burning bushes are everywhere. Elizabeth Barrett Browning wrote, "Earth's crammed with heaven, each common bush aflame with God. Yet only he who sees takes off his shoes. The rest run around and pick blackberries." Or tend sheep, or run errands, fill in your own blank. But wherever we are is holy ground. The call is to risk getting burned, looking foolish, being wrong. The call is to drop what we're doing and turn aside to look into every bush, every face, every event of our lives, the big and the small, the good and the bad, for God's presence and call. Believe that whatever's going on, God is in it and can be trusted. God wants us to burn like that bush with God's light, to be for someone else the presence and call of God. It may or may not hurt. We may or may not get blisters, but we'll not be alone. I am that I am is with us, has been with us all along, and will be with us forever. See you soon.